Well, we've made it to August, and this is a nice August table. I'm very pleased with it. I'm going to take you through it, and towards the end I'm going to go through a few things in a little bit more detail, so stick around for that. So out of the polytunnel, kind of the early celery is now sort of coming to the end, so rather than just doing cut and come again, I'm just taking the whole plants out, and we'll be on to new main crop celery pretty soon. A lovely selection there of fruit, so loads of apples, pears, all sorts of different plums, and these gorgeous little lunchbox peppers as well, really lovely. They're going in the salad mixes, and some lovely peppers here. So these Akron, these huge ones, and when I say huge, you know, I do mean huge, but yeah, loads of different ones, and maybe I'll go through the details of those in another video. And Zephyr courgettes, not exactly a courgette, more like a summer squash. The advantage, I think, of Zephyr is that they're just much nicer large. So generally speaking, I don't like large courgettes, but Zephyr, the bigger they get, almost the better they get. So yeah, that makes a difference. These are Crown Prince winter squashes, but if you pick them young, they're gorgeous. You know, they're tender, you know, it's really still pretty sweet, not probably as good as a really mature winter squash, but we have all the winter squash that we can eat now. So I think we've got 17 or 18 fruits on the vines, and that's more than enough for us to get us through winter. So just any new ones that are forming, we're just picking those as summer squashes. So the first there of the sweet corn, absolutely looking beautiful actually. I was a bit nervous when I was a bit nervous when you pick the first ones because you don't want to sort of pick them too early. But I think I got that just right. So I just picked for 2 just as a trial. Lovely little onions. They look actually better than they are because these are ones that had gone to seed. They've got a bit of a core on them, but we're still eating those. And obviously all of our onions, all the alliums now are picked for winter, which is really nice, apart from the salad onions. Obviously we have salad onions like almost all year round, but not on this table because we haven't got any salad onions other than like little ones like this that have just got overwhelmed by an interplant or something. But yeah, it'll be 2 weeks before we have salad onions again. So gorgeous carrots. I grow on sandy soil. Sandy soil is absolutely perfect for carrots. It's kind of the only thing it's perfect for, maybe parsnips as well. But yeah, I can grow pretty nice carrots. And we have these all year round. These are obviously the summer ones. And the winter and spring ones are quite a bit smaller. I think I did pick one actually, but I'm not exactly sure where it is, but it's quite a bit smaller than that. French beans and brassicas. Let me just show you the brassicas in a bit more detail. Right, so that's the range of brassicas that we're eating at the moment. You'll notice it's got no flowering brassicas right now. Flowering brassicas for autumn are well on the way, but we don't generally have flowering brassicas in summer because we want summer crops in summer. We've had flowering brassicas since April all the way through until, well, sometime in July. But now we don't have any. We're just concentrating on the summer crops and autumn crops. So what we do have, we have scarlet, which is a kale. And this is a bit tough. It's perfect though for kale crisps. So take this central rib out, rub it with olive oil and salt, pop it in the oven, and it doesn't matter that it's tough because it makes just a perfect crisp. This is a colette leaf. Now, a lot of people don't eat their colette leaves, but we do. They're really nice. They've got this stunning purpley pink rib, and that sort of carries on into the actual flower sprouts that you get on the stem. Colettes are a bit like Brussels sprouts. They've got beautiful leaves in summer and autumn. Then in winter, there's not so many leaves because they've all dropped off the stem. What's left is a stem full of little flower sprouts, and you eat those just like Brussels sprouts, so like a little bunch of beautiful leaves. And then in Spring, you just get loads more leaves and you get the florets as well, just like sort of purple sprouting broccoli. So this is dazzling blue kale. It's kind of a cross, I think, between a cabbage and a Carvalho Nero sort of Tuscan type kale. And again, it's got this beautiful stem. So yeah, we often grow this instead of Tuscan kale, but we have got a bit of Tuscan kale as well. This is Pentland Brig, so it's a very kind of mild cabbagey sort of kale, and I think a lot of people who say they don't like kale I think would like Pentland Brig. It's a real great one, and it has fantastic florets in spring as well. So Brussels sprout leaves, so little ones and big ones, and I tend to take like one leaf off each Brussels sprout plant per week at this point in time, which gives me, you know, I don't know, 20 Brussels sprout leaves or something like that, which is more than enough, and I love them. They steam. We generally steam all of this stuff, but they steam down beautifully tender, and yeah, really great. I love Savoy cabbage. We haven't got any Savoy cabbage at the moment. We won't have that until autumn now, but Brussels sprout leaves are next best thing. And then I've got obviously the red cabbages. This is the first of our second early red cabbages. So we've finished all of the early ones now. So we've got 4 second earlies that will see us through till autumn. And then we switch over to the main crop ones all the way through autumn and well into spring. And from the first of the first early cabbages, red cabbages that we harvested back in June, we're now harvesting the pups. So you don't need to, a lot of people say like cut a cross or something like that in the stem when you cut your red cabbage off. You don't need to do that. These just grow fine, beautiful little super tender red cabbages, which I think actually taste better than these, and lovely. And from the less mature ones, you get basically just these little clumps of red cabbage leaf. Again, they're sort of like little pups, and they're lovely too. So that is our selection, modest selection of brassicas at this time of year. Right, so we're back trying to remember where I was. So tomatoes, just started actually picking the main crop paste tomatoes, and I've got more than enough cherries as well. So I've picked some cherries that will also go into a passata mix. These are, what are they? I've forgotten the names. Yeah, I have to put it up. Nagina. So they're a lovely little plum. Really like them, quite prolific and blight resistant. So very happy with these. And these are Red Moon, I think. And they come out this really smoky red. Now, in theory, they go red. I've never actually harvested them red. I always harvest them sort of at this point where they're sort of this golden sort of brown colour with the black. And they're perfect for a paste tomato only at that point. I think they go a bit sort of soft and squidgy, you know, if you leave them much longer than this. So they're nice and soft and perfectly edible at that point. And of course, they're full of anthocyanins. Look at all that. That's all that in that really dark, dusky colour, loads of anthocyanins. And these are mostly sun golden honeycomb. So these are also sun golden honeycomb, and these are the last few off our early plants, which have gone now. So they were in the greenhouse. We've been harvesting those since May, and you know, this is the last trusses of the very tops of the very tall plants. And we have our replacements in now that we'll be harvesting in October, November and early December. So then we've got New Zealand spinach and plums and lots of cucumbers. No matter how many cucumbers we give away, we still seem to have more than enough. And then the salad mixes. And so just like I did with the brassicas, let me just show you the salad mixes in a bit more detail. So we don't have any true spinach at the moment. What we have is New Zealand spinach. and it's quite sort of crisp, thick spinach. It's quite nice. I like it in the salads, but we also steam it. Earlier on in the year, it's even nicer than this. It will have a glossier leaf and a bit crunchier texture. So this is kind of coming to the end of what I'd accept in a salad. Maybe I wouldn't even accept that one because it's a bit floppy. This is Flashy Lightning Butter Oak, and this is my favourite salad leaf, lettuce leaf, at this time of year. Loads of sort of, I don't know whether they're also antioxidants in these little speckles on the leaf, and a lovely buttery taste and a lovely crunchy stem. This is Extranet. This is a Salanova variety, and lovely, again, a lovely crunchy stem, loads of little ribs on it that are also crunchy, and quite a mildish sort of taste. This is Grenoble Red, or Red Grenoble, and this really colours up in winter and spring, but a lot of my lettuces are grown undercover at the moment, so on the edges of my pepper beds, low tunnels, so they're all lacking a bit of colour because they've all grown really quickly with a lot of protection from the sun, and yeah, so not so much colour for a lot of them. This is Apache. I'm trying Apache because right now the supply of one of my favourite summer lettuces, Navara, is quite low, seed supply. So I'm going Apache as an alternative. It looks a little bit like Navara, as you'll see in a minute, but anyway, it's not as good. So it's got a lot of colour to it, but it's not quite as good. This is Riccia. All of these are looking a bit sad for themselves because they've been out on the counter in the sun whilst I got ready to film this video. But anyway, that's Riccia, and lovely Lolo type. Quite crunchy, very mild, very prolific. This is Half Flex. This probably, I don't know, favourite, second favourite at this time of year. Again, a bit like Extranet there. It's a Salanova variety, and again, it's got all this really loads of crunchy stem to it, but also nice colour, lovely texture, lovely taste. This is Canasta, another great crunchy, really crunchy summer salad. Also has a lot of colour when it's grown in full sun, but yeah, it's almost as crunchy as an iceberg, and again, just so mild and sweet. It's got quite a nice taste to it, that one as well. So maybe third favourite. This is Navara. Normally, again, would have a lot more colour to it. The Navara, as I say, the seed stock is basically, it's run out. There's not much viable seed at the moment around, and the plants that grow a bit weaker than they would normally be because they've all grown from old seed. But I've still got quite a few Navara on the go. And this is Golden Purslane. Doesn't look much, but actually it is probably like my how many things can be my favourite, but anyway, it's right up there in my favourite leaves at this time of year. Super crunchy stem, quite high actually for a vegetable in omega-3 oils. These seeds are just starting to form now, and they give it a lot of taste, a sort of like this mild peppery taste, and again, lots of crunching through those seed heads. The only thing to remember with this one is if you let it self-seed, you'll have it forever. So I tend to just grow it in the same bed year after year. I still start it from seed because I get it a bit earlier, but any gaps in the seed bed basically are filled with self-seeded plants. So we have got a lot of plants at the moment that have kind of overwhelmed the bed, and I'm going to cut it all back to get new growth on it because I've got another bed that's ready for harvest. So those are the leaves in the salad mix for today. So I thought I'd quickly just show you the greenhouse. It's all changing here since the last time you saw it, if you saw it before. All the tomato plants have gone, all the cucumber plants have gone, and everything's kind of been replaced by new plants, new tomato plants, new cucumber plants, and yeah, and more tomato plants on here, and new tomato plants up here, and the new ever-bearing strawberries brought in as well. So yeah, it's all changed. Hopefully this will be nice and productive in autumn, but right now it's just easy to look after, which is quite nice, because the allotment and the allotment polytunnel and everything are quite enough for me at this time of year. So with that, I think I'll just show you the salad mix is all made up, and that's enough. My name's Steve, this is the Outgrow channel, and I'll see you soon.